Hello everyone. Now the next chapter and a new chapter is advancement in civil engineering. In this chapter, total 5 topics is covered. The first one is smart city and its features. Second is rainwater harvesting. Third is green building. Fourth is energy efficient building. And the last is features of earthquake resist surface. Now we start with the first one, smart city and its features. Okay, so here the topic is given. So what is a smart city? Need of the smart cities, concept of the smart cities, pillar of the smart cities, and features of smart cities, and last is smart city solution. Okay, so now we start with the first. What is a smart city? So smartness in the city means a different people. It could be a smart design, smart building, smart utilities, smart mobilities, and smart technologies, right? It is called a smart city or smartness. Factors are required to become a smart city. So first is it should provide a holistic urban environment embedded with the fundamental values along with the option to grow and prosper. It should provide the chance to participate in the city's management and a satisfactory lifestyle for generation to come. It has to be a living city with respiratory system suspended respiratory system supported by both its citizen and technology for its governance management and functioning. It has to be technologically sound and efficient city with smart grid in infrastructure, transportation, and energy. It should offer decent living option to every citizen and provide a better infrastructure, right? So primary people pre, sorry decent living option to every citizen and provide a better infrastructure like 24 by 7 enough quality water supply, 24 by 7 district level cooling, sanitation, clean environment, right? And 24 by 7 outage free electrical supply, cost effective healthcare, quality education, 100% high speed robust ICT connectivity, automated solid waste management, transparent procedure system, better quality public transport, safety, and etc. Right? uh, People might migrate to cities in search of employment and economic activities to obtain a better quality of life is the secondary concern. So beside being a sustainable in all the sector, smart city must provide economic activities and employment opportunity to a wider section of citizens, right? To do that, a smart city need to check its unique identity and advantages in specific area and how it can benefit to the economic activities. It should then provide the needed physical, social, institutional, and economic infrastructure that can attract investment and professionals. So the next one is need for the smart city. So here the needs are given. So first is the smart city are a need to be established in a developing country, right? The main source of the economy in our country is based on the agriculture, right? It is also making a processing in the development of economy that are based on industrial and service sector to fulfill the need of the resources for industrial and service sector. More and more urban areas are being created since we are still a developing economy and mostly unbuilt gives the opportunity to innovative choice that are environmentally sustainable. With reference to the global experience, a country's urbanization up to a 30% level is relatively slow. When it reach about a 60 to 65%, then it will be speed up, right? With the urban population of 31%, India is at a point of transition where the pace of urbanization will speed up. Because of this, we need to a smart planning our urban areas well. Mainly, the relatively starting points allow to plan the urbanization strategy with the help of latest developments in technology, especially in the information and communication technology, right? While improving the quality of life, it also gives an opportunity to create a more employment opportunity and economic activities. Extreme pollution is one of the major problem that slow down the process of the development. There are problems like a traffic, unemployment, parking problems at a public place, unclean areas, and etc. Due to rapid urbanization, the living condition will get worse in the coming years. Therefore, a well-planned development scheme for the cities are very much needed. With the smart city project, government ensure the basic guidelines of the smart city. According to that, the purpose of smart cities mission is to drive economic growth and improve the quality of life of people by enabling local area development and harnessing technology. It's specially technology, but leads to smart outcome. Area-based development will transform existing area, including slum, into better planned ones, thereby improving the livability of the whole city. New areas will be developed around the cities. The next is the concept of the smart city. So here the three factors are given. The first one is sustainability, second is quality of life, and third is competitiveness, right? If three factor is completely satisfied, so we call it is a smart city, right? So here the concept of smart city is given. So what is sustainability, what is quality of life, and what is competitiveness? So we start with the first one, sustainability. It includes social sustainability, environmental sustainability, and financial sustainability, right? So sustainability means sustainable means it able to maintain at a certain level. Okay. The next is quality of life. It include safety and security, inclusiveness, entertainment, as of seeking and obtaining a public services, cost efficient healthcare, quality education, transparency, and opportunity for participation in governance. And the last is competitiveness. It refers to a city's ability to create employment opportunities, attract investment, experts, professionals, and people. The age of being able to do business and quality of life it offer determines its competitiveness. Okay. The next is pillars of smart city. So basically there are four pillars for a smart city. First is social, next is physical, third is institutional infrastructure, and fourth is economic infrastructure, right? So here the details are given for the pillars. So first is physical, sorry, institutional infrastructure. So it refers to the activities that relate to governance, planning, and management of the city. It the new technology has provided a new dimension to this system, making it citizen centric, efficient, accountable, and transparent. It includes the participatory system of governance, e-governance, inclusive governance, and the sense of safety and security, and the opportunities for creativity. Right. The second pillar is physical infrastructure. It referred to its stock of cost efficient and intelligent physical infrastructure such as the urban mobility system, the housing stock, the energy system, the water supply system, sewerage system, sanitation facilities, solid waste management system, drainage system, and etc., which are all integrated through the use of the technology. In physical infrastructure require mobilities, reliable utility service, water supplies, sanitation, solid waste management, storm water management, electricity, internet, telephone, urban development, right? And the third one is social infrastructure. It refers to those components that work towards developing the human and social capital, such as the education, healthcare and entertainment and etc. It also include performance and creative arts, sports and the open spaces, children's parks and grounds. This together determine the quality of life of citizens in the city. It is also necessary that city promote inclusiveness, that protectively bring disadvantageous sections, right, socially and financially backwards, minorities, disabled and women into a mainstream of development. Social infrastructure require health infrastructure, public infrastructure, and education infrastructure. Health infrastructure means hospitals and health campaigns, right? Public infrastructure means a public parks, public gathering facility like auditorium, right? And education infrastructure means school and college. And the last one is economic infrastructure. So in economic infrastructure, for a city to attract investment and to create appropriate economic infrastructure for employment opportunity, it has to first identify its a core competition, comparative advantages, and analysis its potential for generating economic activities. Once that is done, the gap in the required economic infrastructure can be determined. Economic infrastructure require financial sustainability and financial hub. So in financial sustainability include establishing incubators and creations of jobs, incubation center, skill development center, monitoring and counseling services, right? And financial hub, it include industrial park and export processing zones, IT parks, trade center, financial center and services, logistics hub, warehouses, and freight terminals, right? The last topic is features of the smart city. So cities must has be planned coherence with the level, all level of development, like at city level, at neighborhood level, and at an individual building level. All three levels are the base on which smart city will offer increased productivity, citizens citizens participants, right? Social life, then security, health, connectivity, and safety. And it must reduce the factor like a congestion, carbon footprint, cost of living, and stress. So here the features that that a smart city must have. So first is urbanization, city landscape, then a compact planning, mobility, biodiversity, environment, energy, intelligently smart city, healthy framework, and cities engagement, right? So we start with the first one, urbanized city landscape. Means it should be designed with a sustainable approaches so that maximum resources can be optimized. The design must have the flexibility to accommodate future needs. The planning should consider the existing and natural features to evolve its own identity. Well recognizable layout provide the better understanding of the place and simplify the navigation for users. Land use and transport planning should be socially inclusive and well integrated. within a context and surrounding. The planning should integrate and promote a diversity of land use with a mix of land use for a live, work, and play. It should have a system of attractive public and open spaces, right? The second number is compact planning. It means it should have balance in diversity of land use, which can foster long-term economic stability and also prevent from insecurity, insufficiency, instability for the citizens. It can optimize investment. It consume a less tertiary to accommodate a maximum pollution. It enhance the workability and help to run a public transport easily with reference to its economy. It create an efficient network for a public utilities like a public transport, recreational zones, right? Third is mobility. Planning should give the opportunity of moving in and through with maximum comfort and minimum delays along with the urban healthy environment. The neighborhood should be designed in a way that it should encourage pedestrian and cycling. It should consider safety, comfort and convenience on all streets for a safe, clean and livable environment. It should also promote use of public transport. Choice of sustainable transport option for a people and goods can make the shift from unsustainable mobility to sustainable modes. Multimodal system with integration of the physical infrastructure, fare levels, and information can ensure a fast, frequent, reliable, and affordable public transport system across the city. Right. The next is biodiversity. Smart cities should have to ecosystem to enrich the city's public realm by maintaining the native flora and fauna. The smart cities should also integrate the promote a productive landscape with the public. It would not only promote economic activity but also provide a freshly grown organic vegetables and fruits to people living in a city. The smart city should integrate a vegetation that control the microclimate of the city, hence making it comfortable place to live. The green pocket and landscape will also enhance the visual experience in design smart city. The next is environment. Sustainable approach should be provided for the clean and healthy environment. This environment also include the management of a basic infrastructure like a water, sewage, solid waste, and stormwater. Environmental friendly waste to energy conversion method like a plasma gasification, anaerobic digester, waste minimization, composting. It should be tried to incorporate in the city. Stormwater drainage and water cycling must be integrated at a house and neighborhood level for a optimum use of the energy. Right. The sixth number is energy. The clean, efficient, and sustainable energy should be generated for the use of energy. Non-renewable sources of energy used for the heating, cooling, running the appliances at home and at a work must be replaced with the alternative source of energy like install a smart appliances, smart meters, and smart building management system. And also, energy used for the vehicular fuel consumption must be taken into consideration and replaced with the sustainable energy consumption. Use of non-renewable energy should be reduced by adopting a more sustainable alternatives and on-site energy production technique like a solar energy and etc. The next is intelligently smart system. It should provide a better service delivery to the users by optimum resource utilization. The smart city should be planned with the consideration of expanded delivery service through efficient transport and government service with a public safety. The ICT sector play a very important role in enhancing the level of smartness to deliver the services. The information and communication technology sector has a multi-purpose role in addressing the issue of climate change. Use of ICT can change the face of entire information management system in urban infrastructure supply and distribution network. It can increase the public safety by reducing an emergency response time. It can improve the efficiency of public transport, right? And the eighth number is healthy framework. Healthy framework means health, education, safety, and security. A city involved within a healthy framework give opportunity for a healthy lifestyle to grow that result into the healthy citizens. A city should provide a better health, good quality education, 100% safety, etc. by nurturing healthy and safe environment. Smart city has to be secure city which offer to utmost protection against danger and crime. It must promote active community participation which can lead to the cultural and social safety of the citizens, right? In short, it should be healthy in all aspects like nature, finance, politics, education, society, and occupation, and etc. And the last is cities engagement. The cities belong to the citizens, and only when solutions are co-produced we can develop and become an active civic minded society. From the beginning of any work, if citizen is engaged, then any project or solution can work well and last long, right? The system should be such that every citizen can be engaged in every work very comfortably. In the approach of the smart cities mission, the objective is to promote cities that provide a core infrastructure and give a decent quality of life to its citizens, and a clean and sustainable environment and application of smart solution. So here the smart solution are given. So first is public information, electronic service delivery, citizen engagement, citizens, cities eyes and ears, video crime monitoring, waste to energy and fuel, waste to compost, waste water to be treated, recycling and reduction of C and D waste, smart meters and management, leakage identification, preventive means, right? Water quality monitoring, smart meters and management, renewable sources of energy, energy efficient and green buildings, smart parking, intelligent traffic management, integrated multimodal transport, telemedicine and teleeducation, incubation facilities, facilitation centers, skill development center, right? These are the all smart solution. Thank you for watching.